Hi, this is Kevin Doherty here with Dream Practice Coaching, and I wanted to make you a quick video here today because I've been getting a lot of emails from practitioners really all over the world saying something to the effect of, I'm really kind of at a loss as to how to go about building my practice in the right way. And, maybe this is due to the economy on some level. I also think it's because we have a lot of new practitioners constantly entering the alternative medicine world and feeling kind of overwhelmed. And then there are also a lot of practitioners who have just been struggling for years, kind of year in and year out. They're just not really sure how to go about building their practice in the most effective ways. So if you can relate to any of what I've just said, I think what I'm about to share with you should be really, really helpful. First of all, I want to point you to the 30 marketing strategies that are down here below the video on this page. And this should be a really helpful reference point for you because any one of these 30 strategies can help you. They're proven to work. Some of them cost money. Some of them are free. But either way, what I want you to do first and foremost is identify perhaps the top 4, 5, or 6 strategies out of the 30 below that really speak to you and that feel like a natural reflection of who you are and how you want to promote your work. Secondly, what it really comes down to, it isn't about identifying these strategies so much as it is really getting clear on your inner purpose and on what sort of value you have to offer your community. And that's really what I want to focus on here, because actually identifying the marketing plan and creating that and really getting into the details of that, while it is extensive, it is actually the easy part. The harder part in my sense of things after coaching so many practitioners is doing more of the inner work and really clarifying what your blocks are and what your obstacles are. Because the truth of the matter is that there's really no good reason why you should feel at a loss as to how to build your practice. Basically, you have your answer right below this video. I mean, this is how you do it. But what happens to so many practitioners is that they feel just some sort of inner confusion or inner block as to how they're going to do this. And they maybe, some of you might even take a look at this list, and all of a sudden your mind just starts swimming, and you start to feel confused, and you start to say, yeah, but, making kind of excuses as to why you can't just get out there and do these things. And that's really, what I want to talk about here is getting you to a place of inner clarity so you can match that inner clarity with the external marketing plan, that external clarity. So how do you get that inner clarity in place? Well, number one, in my experience, to cultivate like a really successful, prosperous mindset, you have to be ruthlessly honest with yourself about what is limiting you right now. What sort of excuses are you making? Where do you tend to hide in your life or act like a victim or check out? I think we all do it on some level. And that's a big part of the work as a conscious entrepreneur is knowing what your limitations are, knowing what's blocking you. And basically stop projecting that out into the world as if it's somebody else's fault or some circumstance's fault. In the Buddhist tradition, there's this slogan that says, drive all blames into one. And as an entrepreneur, this is one of the most helpful pieces of advice I can give you is be willing to look at your own mind in a way that is totally honest and objective. And it's not about self-judgment or saying like, wow, I'm a really bad person because I have this belief system that is limiting my life or my business. It's not about that. First, it's just gaining clarity and really having some space around what you believe to be true about your work and your business and how much value you can offer. The second kind of step in this process, after you've really shed light on your limitations, is working constructively with your mind to be able to basically reinvent yourself in any way that is not working for you. And this is where personal development is just crucial as an entrepreneur. And what happens when you develop yourself personally is that you'll be able to look at these strategies below and say yes to the set of strategies that call out to you the most. No more excuses, no more yeah buts. You just do it. You look at these and you say, this is what I'm going to do, this is my plan, I'm going to get organized about it, and I'm just going to do it. And it's interesting because when I coach people, for the first time working with them, I can usually tell within a few seconds where they're at on the spectrum, you could say. If they're ready to do the work, if they're ready to really kind of plunge in, hold themselves accountable, stop blaming anything outside of themselves, or if they're still holding on to kind of a poverty mindset or feeling more victimized by the process, first we just have to get that clarity in place. And really, how you do this, how you change these limiting beliefs, it's an interesting question because it has a lot more to do with why would you do that in the first place? Why would you gain that awareness? And a lot of it, for most of us, I think it really boils down to just we get to a place where we're honestly fed up with those limitations. We don't want them in our lives anymore, and we'll do whatever it takes to expose them and to set them free. And we all kind of find our own way into that. But what I want you to do right now is just really honestly assess for yourself where you're at in your practice internally and what is blocking you. When you look at this list here, what comes up for you? Where do you tend to make excuses or say, oh, I can't do that, or I don't know how that's going to work for me? Because that's where the juice is for you. That's where your edge is, and that's honestly where the work needs to be done before you do anything else. So I hope this has been helpful for you. There's obviously a lot more I could say about this, but I just wanted to highlight some of these really common themes that I'm seeing for practitioners. I still believe it's absolutely possible to have a thriving practice right now, even in this economy, but you have to do the inner work, and then you have to be able to take a look at this list down here and say, yeah, this is where I want to put my energy, and I'm going to have a focused, clear marketing plan in place that I'm going to implement every single week and do it. And that's really, it's not rocket science, but that really is what it takes to succeed in your practice. So excited to connect with you again, and this is Kevin Doherty with Dream Practice Coaching, and hopefully there's going to be more to come soon, and you have a great weekend and take care.